Holy, we back in the building, we back in the place. I'm back with my big bro Ray, man. Hey man, say man, huh man. This is off trend if you new, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hey, what it do, huh man? What's going down, Dave? How you doing, brother?
Oh man, life is grand, my brother. Life is grand.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah.
complain.
Hey, shit. Man, life's a beautiful thing, brother man, and I ain't mad at it. And that's something that I think we all should cherish, brother. You know what I mean? I think we all forget how precious life is.
Yes,
On
sir.
how every day that is not just a blessing from God, but it's a blessing in itself to be able to wake up and be able to make it to your next day.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I think what's disgusting is when people are so naive to death that they don't care. Uh, brother man, hey, we got some breaking disturbing news today, brother man, and it's disturbing in multiple ways, and we gonna touch in on that, man. Hey, let's do a moment of silence, a quick silence for the brother uh, Charlie Kirk. Um, and so today he was they call it assassination. I don't say assassination just because to me assassination makes it like he's a king. He wasn't no king. He was killed. He was gunned down. A sniper and took out. Uh, how y'all feel about the whole situation, the whole ordeal, left or right, in between? How you feel about Charlie Kirk taking his last breath before the world today?
I think it was
Let's go
terrible.
ahead, Dave.
No person should no family member, no son, no daughter, no wife, no husband should have to watch the execution of their loved one. Now what he stood, what he lived by, what he spoke on has nothing to do with how he left the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And I think like executions, even though people on death row, it shouldn't be televised. Even like what's the word I'm trying to use? A scheduled execution. It shouldn't be televised. It shouldn't be video footage for somebody to go back and see it. That part of it, that's what I gotta say about that. How people you could tell people is numb to death. Certain people ain't been through a lot of shit.
Yeah.
And if you watch like a friend get gunned down or like a sibling get gunned down, it don't matter what they. Everybody has done wrong to somebody in somebody's eyes,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but you don't want to. You don't think they should be taking the law into their own hands to execute a man. I think whoever
Right.
did that to him should leave Earth the exact same way. That's my views on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know who he was before today. I had no idea who he was. Seeing his name across Facebook made me do some research. And my take on it is he's just like the white version of Charleston White. That's what I got from him. Meaning, I'm going to say what I want to say. I don't care how it affects who it affects. If I feel I'm right, it's my beliefs. Everybody has a freedom of speech. Everybody is entitled to their opinion.
Yeah.
Not saying that him and Charleston White has the same views. I'm saying how they deliver them to the world. I don't care if it hurts your feelings. This is what I think is right, and I'm going to tell you what's right. If you disagree, I can argue my side. If you agree, I can help you argue my side to the disagreeers. That's all I'm saying.
And I mean that's what I was telling Jay Nitty earlier. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know nothing about dude till today, and that's why I made my post saying like, man, like, y'all ain't never mentioned this dude, and I stand on that. Like I've never seen one person on my entire timeline. I have followers from all over the world. And I've never seen one person even make a post about dude, even though he had all these articles and interviews and stuff like that. I've never seen dude. So, I agree. Nobody deserved to die on camera like that in front of the world. That's what's crazy about the internet now. Like, it hits the internet so fast. Like, it's a possibility that his family members didn't even know he was dead. Like they just found out from the internet. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's so crazy about the world now, and the fact that they'll allow it to surface like that. Like because I know they have control of the internet. They control whatever goes on the internet. Period. You know what I'm saying? So for it to circulate like that fast, it just make you really think about a lot of things. Do I think it's an agenda behind it all? Yes, I do. That's just not happening in no Utah. So that's my take on it, man. You know, rest in peace to that dude. You know, I don't probably agree with some of the things I heard he said or whatever, but like you say, it's freedom of speech. That's just, you know, how he feels about the world.
What part do you not agree with?
So for me, like me and Ray was discussing, I mean, even I've been told Ray. No, I mean I've told people this many times. My goal in life was to be a politician in my 40s. That used to be my goal. I think I said that to Ray before, huh? I said I want to be a politician in my 40s. That was my goal. So I mean, I've watched over 1,000 videos of Charlie Kirk. Over 1,000. Mm-hmm. Only reason, and hey, so first off, let me say this first and foremost, so I don't sound so heartless. I don't think no man, no matter what he believes in, shall have to suffer any death or any type of harm. I don't think nobody should throw a rock at him. I don't think nobody should hit him. I don't think nobody should cause anybody no harm for speaking anything. This is a freedom of speech world. I think if just like you got the right to be racist, I got the right to say fuck you. You know what I mean? I think everybody. So we get that one. Two, reason why I say he's not like Charleston White, because he's more of a talking head for far right-wing Republicans. So, and he's a paid talking head. So he has multi-million-dollar, like he got a big backing behind him. Long from it goes down from the White House all the way down to the ground level. That's why I say I wouldn't classify with Charleston White, because Charleston White says how he feel, regardless if it's wrong or right, because Charleston be wrong. And still be like, nigga, I'm going to say this just to hurt your feelings. And Charlie Kirk, he was, to me, like I was telling Ray, his debate style, I loved. But the stuff that he believed in, I didn't believe in. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I debate with y'all all the time. But like, I feel as an American, or as even a person, you should be able to feel however you feel, and that doesn't change me. I still have to pay my bills.
But what did he say? You said most of the stuff you didn't.
No, so stuff. So just one, and I'm just gonna name just my top one that I didn't like. Mm-hmm. He overly says this almost. If you watch, I watched a bunch of his videos. So I go down my YouTube and it'll show you. I literally watched over 1,000 of his videos, from his jubilees to, like I say, he's debating British people. The one I don't like is when he says about black people, saying we're 70% of black kids are raised in the fatherless homes, which is not true. That's, if you're saying 70% of black people are raised in fatherless homes, that's saying 7% of women are single raising kids, when we know that's not true. We know there's a lot of women who are not married.
So hold on. What percentage would you say, because I know you big on like research, what percentage would you say there is of single mothers?
I wouldn't classify them as single because
what percentage would you consider of women taking care of kids by themselves?
I would say the number is very few, because a lot of
he's asking you for a number.
I'm saying like percentage wise, like in based on your research, that you've done. What would you think, like, as far as women in the world right now, is black, is raising kids alone?
I say it's as low as 15 to 20% in my eyes. Because
50%?
No, 15 to 20%.
Fuck no, bro.
No, look, you gotta listen to the. You gotta listen to.
Fuck no.
No, look, y'all gotta debate, right? You gotta listen to a lot. Most women who have children, they're not single. They have boyfriends. They have somebody that they're with. They're not married to them. That's why the stats, because when they talk about single mothers, they don't count the people who have boyfriends, house partners, lesbians. It don't count none of them. It's just
but just because a person has a boyfriend or a girlfriend don't mean that that person is
no,
contributing
no.
to the children.
But if you look at the numbers, look at the numbers. There's a lot of
I
people.
asked you the numbers, bro.
No. Right now, bro. Look, in the economy right now,
I don't believe that
most
it's
people are moving
15% though. Is
together.
what I'm saying.
There's a lot of people that I'm not saying. That's why I said I didn't want to put a specific number on there because I
Yeah.
don't know the specific data, but I know it's way less than 70%. It's way less than 70%. It's way
Okay,
less.
so him saying that, so 70%, you saying that you didn't like the fact that he said that about
No.
70%.
So he spews that. He spews that in front of thousands of white people, right? And he used that in his foundation in saying that is why our black kids are not being so successful. We need to get a father in the home. And
But
if
you
you
said
do
that.
the real,
You don't agree
Listen
with
though,
that?
bro. You said
You
that.
don't agree with that?
no, but if you do the research,
But you have said that personally on this
well,
podcast multiple times.
I have said that, but I didn't say the 70%. I never said that's the reason.
But
why
you
we
said
do it.
majority of black.
take the
Hold
percentage
on,
out.
little man. Hold on, Dave. Hold
You
on.
gotta get the
You
percentage
said no.
in
Hold
there.
on, bro. Listen, we
You
got the
gotta get the
clips, bro.
percentage in there.
Listen,
The
bro.
reason
We
why you
got
gotta
the
get
clips.
percentage
Listen,
in
hold on,
there-
JD. Just hold on. We got the clips. Majority of times on this podcast, you said personally,
No, we're not.
majority of these kids are being raised by women alone,
I didn't say that.
and that's why they are ending up the way they are.
I said a single mother, but I never put a percentage on how many single mothers there are.
No,
And I've
because you said
always-
majority
and
of
I've
these
always-
bitches
look,
are
look,
raising
and
kids alone.
Where's my mouth? Look, and I've always stated this. There's way more good citizens than bad citizens. Bro, do you know the pool of single mothers in like the pool of mothers and fathers is small? Did you know that? The pool of mothers and fathers is small. If you do the research, it shows you that the small group of people are having babies together. 46.
What I'm saying is you basing it off of you basing it off of
black people. 46% of black
I'm not
people
saying
have
I'm not
kids.
saying what the dude said was right. What I'm saying is you basing it off of
No.
a person, hold on.
No,
You
didn't let
basing
me
it off
finish
a person
my
has
statement. You didn't let me
if a
finish my
person has a significant other, they're not considered a single parent.
Yeah.
But you don't know if this person that has a significant other is contributing to that person's kids. I could be talking to a girl for 2-3 years and not do shit for her kids.
You didn't let me finish. So look, this is why I hate not debate people, because I actually go in debate forums. So when you go debate forums,
That's
you
why
ask
we
my
on the
feelings.
podcast. It's a debate, bro. We asking you questions.
No. It's not. It's when you cut them off in the middle of their answer. It's very intellectually dishonest, because then you're spicing up what their answer is. My answer.
So continue.
All I was saying is, single mothers. If you do the research, like people get on Google, man, we can all get do the research. They're not raising kids alone. They're not getting married. The marriage rates are going down, but that doesn't mean people are not moving together. In this economy right now, we are seeing there's way more people moving together. There's way more girls and men moving together fast to survive rent, because rent is so high. So you're telling me people are moving together, but there's more single mothers? No, what I'm saying, his numbers are slightly skewed. But what I'm saying,
asked you just a simple percentage, and you said it's not 70%, and you said it's 15%.
I didn't say 50%.
Despite everything you said, the question I asked you was, you said you didn't agree because he asked you, what did you not agree with? You didn't agree with the fact that he said 70%. We said that we don't agree with that it's 15%.
No, I did not say 15%, brother. You put words in my mouth all the time. See, this is why I don't like reading.
I didn't put words in your mouth, bro. You said,
let me finish. First off, I didn't want to put a number on it. I didn't say that.
But you did say you still gave a number though.
Because y'all kept pressing for a number. I didn't want to give a number.
We gotta know, bro. If we ask you the topic, we gonna ask you to have some backtrack to what you said.
You don't gotta know. I don't have the fucking specific fucking number in front of me. I don't fucking know. I just know it's less than 70%. And we all know it's less than 70%. But y'all didn't let me finish my premise. The only reason I don't like that he said that, it's not that he said that. It's the fact when he said that in front of white people, he's making it seem like all black people are coming from single mothers and we're violent. That was a big talking point. If you go
that's not all when he say all is 100%.
That's not
all
what he
is
said.
100%,
bro. You never even knew who he was until today. So you can't tell me what he was saying.
But bro, what I'm saying is all is 100%. Regardless if I knew that dude at all. All is 100%.
No.
In any topic, if we speaking on all is 100%.
Who said all?
You said he talking like all people are single mothers.
I said how he puts in front of the crowd. He puts in front of the crowd a mass group of white people.
How's he putting it in front of the crowd that it's all when he's saying 70%? How you saying that he's saying two things in one speech?
Because he's saying the majority
he's saying
of
all. He can't be saying all if he's saying 70%.
If you don't agree with that, if you like really like y'all are debating me on this, and there are literally black people who walk for black and do for black communities who are saying the same shit I said. Who's saying the same shit I said? There are people
black people that what?
Right, let me touch on that.
Let
me touch on that. You're saying listen, nigga. Listen, nigga. You're saying some people agree with what you're saying that are black leaders, right?
That's fine.
It is black leaders that disagree with what you're saying.
That's
Do you understand that?
And I said that's fine.
That's all. But look though. Listen though. I asked you, what did he say that you didn't agree with? That's what I asked you. The question I asked you was, you said your main point was the percentage of blacks that are single that commit crimes, right? Now, if you had to do your own statistics and your own research, the majority of people that break the law come from what homes?
Look, brother, it's not about
I'm asking you a question.
Okay, look, I understand that, but you're dragging
we passed that. We're moving on.
Dave, what you're doing is dragging the goalpost. I will answer that one. So yes, they do come from single parents, but that doesn't matter the percentage, because if you look at the numbers, there's just as many single parent white homes as black homes, brother. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying if I was a black guy, if I go to a bunch of black people, and I'm saying this white group of people.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Jay Nitty. Let me ask you one question. Hold on.
No, man, I don't want to talk.
No, I just want to know. No. Let me ask you a question. I understand what you're saying, right? You said it's just as many single parent white households as black households. Now, you being an honest, hold on. You being an honest person right now, just being honest.
You go.
Do you think that it's more black killers or white killers? There's kids. I said, do you think? No, I didn't say it wasn't no white killers. I said, do you think that it's more white killers than black killers that's kids, like teenagers?
Yeah, but look, real talk. There are a lot of black kids. There's way more black. It's way more because the black culture is dictating that. There's a lot of black fucking renegade ass children. But if you do the numbers on that, look at Charleston White. He went to prison for murder, right? Charleston White came from a good home. A lot of these young niggas who are killers are coming from good homes.
Bro, I'm not worried about where you come from.
What do you describe as a good home?
Do you think that it's more black killers than white killers in the community?
A good home. Teenagers. There's a lot of people who come from well-to-do parents. Regardless if your father in the house or not, they have their parents in their life. Bro, I got a homie right now who got multiple felonies, and his parents worked at Texas Instruments.
Bro, I'm not asking that though. I'm not saying you wrong for saying that. You're absolutely right. I'm asking you, do you think, because you saying like it's balanced down there, like you don't like this dude because, and I don't know dude, like I told you, I don't know him. Like, but you saying that it's more of a balance, it's not as far-fetched from black homes being the same as white homes when it comes to raising single.
No. So what I was saying, so I can finish my premise. I wasn't done with my premise. I was saying that when he says that in front of white people, a group of white right-wing thought white kids, it gives them a prejudice against black people. He does it on purpose, but he does it in a talking point because he gets paid to say what he says. Regardless if he believes it or not, he get paid to say what he says.
Okay.
Like I said in the beginning, like I said, I don't think nobody should get harmed for what they believe or how they like whatever they say. Is fuck it, let them say however they say it. But
right.
we cannot be dishonest and say what he was saying was not intellectually lies, as well was bullshit. But he said a lot of shit that was right. He said a lot of shit was bad. That's how somebody gets to their top point. Because you gotta have a lot of good shit to say. Also, there's gonna be some things that people don't agree with. And just the things I happen to do not agree with them on or some of the black issues. Things that he speaks on that I wholeheartedly agree with. There's some things that I speak, but I don't watch over 1,000 videos before today. I know for sure he is a national white Christian, and that's what he believes. He believes in the white Christian world. Nothing against you niggas. He just don't think you niggas is good enough.
I mean, but that's his opinion. That's his opinion.
That's just his opinion, though.
But somebody
but let me ask you this, Nick. Hold on. Yeah. I saw a video, like I said, I just started watching videos on him today. I can't lie and say I've been watching today. The video I saw right before he got killed, they asked him, how many mass shootings in the last 10 years were committed in the United States?
It was 100. Niggas do all the mass shootings.
Hold on. He said, including gang violence. They said that's racist. But let me address how it's not racist. Gang violence have mass shootings. Yeah. If I go to a party with my gang members and we shoot up a party with 40 people in it, that's the same murder of life that if I go to a school and shoot 40 students. It's still 40 deaths. But people make it seem like if you mention black deaths, you're racist if you're not black. No, we have mass killers. We have black people that do mass shootings. They just don't do them at schools. They do them at house parties. They do them at block parties. They do them at barbecues. But you got to look at it. If you're going to count the mass shootings, you have to include gang violence. It's not racist to mention gang violence when you're talking about mass shootings. We can all put the phone up and Google the last 10 mass shootings. None of them going to mention black people.
No, so and I wholeheartedly agree. See, I wholeheartedly agree with those numbers. Like real talk. Like if you look at it, they don't classify gang violence as mass shootings, which they should, and they do on definitely the FBI. No, on the FBI thing they do, but like in the state they don't. No, right. But I wholeheartedly think those are mass shootings, and it's fucked up. Niggas do most of those shit. My niggas is, you know what I mean? Real talk.
But bro, that's why I asked you, do you think that it's more like, even if it was balanced out, like it's white single parents, black single parents, and they raising kids by themselves, like I still think coming out of those white communities and the black communities, it's more killers coming out the black community.
And no reason, but you gotta understand, it has everything to do with the music and nothing to do with the community.
I think it has to do with the neighborhood they grew up in.
But that don't change what he's saying. That don't change what he's saying. He's saying it's more killers coming out the black community than the white community. You're telling them why it's more. But
because our music, the black culture's music, black music right now, it's dictating this.
But you also said, J. Nitty, listen, you also said in the previous podcast, you said the black music and hip hop is finally getting to the suburban areas, and that's why they cracking down on everything that's going on.
But you've seen it. You've seen it with your own eyes, haven't you?
And you gotta think about it. You saying the music, right? But remember,
You
he
know,
also
listen,
said who buying the music?
look. There's an influx. Look. I know y'all noticed there's an influx in the white YNs now.
Yeah, because they buying the music.
Yeah.
The music is poisoning. You know
But
that
even within that, bro, see, that's the thing. White people, I
y'all know
wholeheartedly
Patricia
believe this. This is what I believe, Jay Nitty. Like white kids that like hip hop, I feel like they might dress like the rapper, they might try to act like him a little bit, but they're not going to go shoot somebody.
You know why they're not gonna do it? Know why they're not gonna do it? Because they gonna listen to the song, right? They take that song out their ear and they get into reality mode.
Exactly.
Black kids take that music off, and when they look around, everybody they looking around to is acting out the music. It's real life to them.
That's what he's saying. But that's the point. That's the point Kurt was making, though.
No.
The black.
So I don't mind him making that point.
Okay. Another point that he made just by watching these short videos today. If you're born with a penis, you are a man. If you're born with a vagina, you are a woman. Not whatever your mind thinks or whatever you try to portray yourself as or use as, you are what you are born. The genital area that you were born with, what you are. People call him he hate LBG, he hated it. The man is speaking certain things. That's why I keep comparing him to Charleston White. If you listen to Charleston White, what he says,
that's not a Charleston White saying though. That's not to me. That's not. Come on, that's not.
No, that's all I'm saying. Listen to me.
That's not deep.
That's what I'm saying though. He's getting backlash for saying that.
No.
He's getting back. All I'm saying
is what Charleston White says. Look. What I'm gonna show you how they're two different. What Charleston White does, he go against what's popular and saying that shit ain't shit. Charlie Kirk, that shit is not popular. It shows like it's popular on TV, but if you do the poll on trans community, that shit is like 98% disapproval. Most people don't approve of that shit. He's saying he's going to get everybody agrees with that. But if you go in the crowd and ask 1 million people, how many people agree with the genders? It's going to be 10 people out of 1,000. So he's going with the crowd.
Oh, hell no.
Somebody's going against the crowd.
I don't agree with that.
Do you think so?
But I understand what you're saying. Okay. But I do agree with Dave too as far as the Charleston White thing, because I don't feel like Charleston White goes against everything that's going on. I think Charleston White goes against the fucked up shit that's going on in the black community.
But he go against, and that's the popular thing.
And the problem is, that's the problem. The problem is the only reason people, this is based off what I've watched.
Yeah.
The problem is black people don't like what he said because he's white. But some black people like when Charleston White say some of the same shit because he's black.
No. We like Charles. I like, bro. I don't care who says and what says anything, right? But
so hold on. So you telling me if Charleston White said 70%, same shit dude said, you gonna be like, man, that was cool.
No,
you're not, bro.
No,
bro, you're not.
He wouldn't say that. See, I don't have a problem with him saying that. It's the numbers when you intentionally put out false numbers is bad to me. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. So
I've said this scenario. I said there's a lot of things that he say I agree with. And there's some things that I don't agree with, and it just happens to things that I don't agree with. Sometimes some of the shit points for the black community. There's some things that he don't. That he says.
We named what you didn't.
I mean,
we named.
So what do you like that he did say?
Hold on. We named already what you disagree with. No. But I'm gonna say something first, and then I want you to think about what you agree with. But while I'm saying this, think about what you did agree with. We take delivery, what Ray was saying, from different people different. If you pushing your daughter in the grocery store, and an older black lady tell her, "Sit your bad ass down," you're gonna look at her as a grandmother figure, and hey, she said sit down. If you pushing your
Yeah.
same daughter through that same grocery store, and an old white man say, "Hey, sit your bad ass down," you're not gonna accept that the same as
I
from a white
I
old white man
real
and an
talk. I
older
don't.
black woman.
Real talk. I don't. It's nothing against y'all. I don't think this is a wholehearted debate that we can have because I like you watch the short videos. I watched hours of his videos, and what I'm saying is he does stuff intentionally, regardless on how you feel about the numbers or what he says. I don't care who says it. Man, you know how many white professors come on and say this, bro? And I agree with my bro. The black community got some fucking problems. It's when you intentionally
Okay,
do.
so name something that you do agree with.
No, it's when you intentionally do it, getting paid by an alt-right. Look, that's like he's getting paid by the alt-right community, getting paid to say certain shit.
You keep
I
saying
don't agree.
the same thing. You've been saying the same thing for 30 minutes. You've been saying the same thing. We've been on here 30 minutes. You've been saying the same thing.
No,
Now,
no, no,
we
no. Y'all
understand
just
what you
saying the
disagree
same
with.
thing.
Now speak. We understand what you disagree with. Now say some of the stuff you agree with.
Hold on. You just said it. The trans shit. Most people agree with that.
No, that's I said that. No, say something that you agree with.
No,
Don't
you.
say what I said.
I just said what you said.
No, no, no,
I
no.
said
That's
what
what
you
I
said,
no.
nigga.
We want you to
I
bring
can say
something
what you
different.
said.
Wait,
I can
wait,
say what you
wait,
said, nigga.
wait,
I can
wait,
say what you
wait,
said,
wait,
nigga.
wait, 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 wait,
Nigga.
wait, wait. You said wait. You said we watch short clips. We watch short clips. I got that from the short clip. You say I have watched thousands of videos on hour. So you're serving our viewers no justice if you just repeat what I said, what I got from the short clips.
You
We
asked me
we need some of your insight.
so another thing that he said that I like. Another thing that he said I like. He said
Agree,
America.
not like agree with.
He said no. He said America first and stop supporting outside allies. I like that. I love
Okay.
that.
Okay.
I'm America first.
Why do
I
you
love
like
that.
that? What
I'm
about that
America.
statement that you agree with?
I'm America first.
What about that statement you agree with?
My. If we took the money that we allocate to our allies and to other people who are in wars and spent that money on our country, we'd be a lot better off.
Do you think that war pushes our country forward?
No. I think right now we're getting pushed by
Because
the Israel agenda. I think Israel
okay,
owns and pays for America right now.
this is my views on war. You know, when we go to war and we take another man's oil, you know how cheap our oil becomes, and you know how cheap gas is.
We're not
One,
fighting for oil right
you know when
now.
we go to war, huh?
Both
You say
both
what?
wars, both wars that are happening right now, one in Palestine and the one in Ukraine, are not over oil. It got
No, no,
minerals.
no. I didn't say all. I didn't say no. Listen to me. I didn't say all of the wars is over oil. What I said was when the war was about oil, the U.S. benefited from that. That's what I'm saying. When the
No,
war
no.
was about the coca leaves, the U.S. benefited from that.
There's enough.
When
There's
the
enough
when
oil. There's enough oil in Texas. There's enough oil in Texas. If you look up, Texas actually supply. I think hold up, like 80% of America.
you
The
say how
oil.
much?
Hold on. I'm finna look it up so I can make sure I got the numbers right because I was watching that.
Okay.
80%
But while
might
you
be.
looking that up, what I was saying was
My fault. But it's I was way off. It's 42%, but it's just Texas. So
Yeah, I was
Oklahoma.
about to say 80% might be a little steep.
No. But you gotta
Because
understand.
if Texas was getting 80%,
No, you
they
gotta
would
understand.
need gas nowhere else.
No. But if you look at Texas, East Texas from Odessa, Midland, they have big oil fields. So, but you gotta think one state is providing 42% of our oil. Then we gotta look at
yeah,
Oklahoma. Oklahoma is known for their oil. That's why they like Tulsa
yeah.
Oilers. So we have a lot of resources in our ground right now. I'm not saying there's no war that has never benefited us. I'm saying right
Right.
now, America first, we are funding two countries who are fighting other countries for their land. How does
Yeah.
that benefit us?
Oh yeah,
It
I agree
doesn't.
with that. I agree with that. I was just trying to. I just asked you. I didn't disagree with you. I just asked you. Do you think war pushes the country? I
No,
agree
no,
with
Okay,
no.
you
so
saying
Right now,
it's the
right
money
now,
talk.
I think it's
let me ask y'all both a question though. After today's events, everything that occurred, you know what I'm saying? Let's not keep in mind the Ukrainian lady just got stabbed on the train, you know. So after today, everything that is happening, what do y'all think will happen after this? Like in y'all perspective, like what do y'all think is gonna happen after all this happens today?
What you mean?
Like what's next? Because everybody's making it seem like that's so big. So what would you say is next?
ain't shit gonna happen, man. JFK got. I live in Dallas, where JFK
But
got.
but that's what I was saying. Like I was just telling somebody, like I feel like that's the. It's crazy that you mentioned JFK because I feel like that's like the biggest like shooting since like some JFK like
Man,
public wise.
Trump just got shot in his ear.
But he didn't get killed though. Like you
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like to
But
me today, what happened was like the biggest thing I've seen like living
to me,
since JFK.
it was a man. And I don't want to. And I don't. I'm not a conspiracy theorist because like when it comes to politics, there's no conspiracies.
Right.
It's really some under the table shit. Like if you
Okay.
really know about politics, the left and right are just one table, and it's under some table shit going on right now. Um,
I definitely feel that way.
you gotta understand. So nobody saw the man with a gun.
Right.
You got man. So we got, and he did it on a college campus. Why talking about mass shootings?
Right.
There is something that they should be questioning the person who asked him that question. See, my problem with Charlie Kirk is, and this is one more thing that I hate, that he spews. So
Right.
everybody knows about DEI, right?
Mm-hmm.
So DEI, and he says it's over, man. I wish y'all look this
And
shit
I
up.
did see that one though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did see that one.
And
Like they only got that job because they're a DEI hire type shit. Like would they have that job if they weren't
but
discovered? You know.
but this is why when I say he intentionally spews racist bullshit on purpose because he's paid to do so. Look up DEI and look up who's the number one benefactor of DEI. Guess who gets benefactor of DEI the most? White women.
I hate when I touch my phone and kick me all the way to the shit.
White
Like,
women.
God damn.
No, what I was saying, Dave. Look, so I was saying one more thing that I didn't like that he said, and it pertains to DEI because he always says black people are only hired because of DEI. If you go get in the plane, you're gonna look at the pilot. If he's black, like them, did the pilot get hired because of DEI? He made it seem like we're not smart enough to be pilots. So and I just want people to realize DEI has nothing to do with black people. Black people are the lowest group on the standard who get DEI. It goes white people, white women first, then it goes to Asians, then it goes to handicapped and disabled people, then it goes to niggas. See,
Gay.
DEI.
Then it
So
goes
you
no. Gay is before blacks. Gay
so
is before
so
blacks.
but that's what I'm saying. That's one thing I did like that he says because if you look at all his videos, he's like, man, black people are DEI hires. If you go to a school college professor and he was black, you'll think he was hired because of DEI. If you get in the plane, you see a black pilot, you'll think he was hired because of DEI. You're gonna be a little scared to fly on that plane. And to me, you're
But
saying we're not intelligent when it's your white women who's getting DEI.
Nitty, but I had this same debate with one of my friends from high school. I've been knowing the man for 30 years. And his viewpoint is when they stopped DEI, only he was saying that cut so many jobs for black people. And I was trying to tell him, you discrediting the black people that went to Harvard. You discrediting the black people that went to Yale. You discrediting the people that really bust their ass to get them jobs, making it seem like if DEI ends, all black people should be. I'm telling them, you're looking at it wrong, brother. DEI is not just when they ended DEI, that opened the door for black people to step in too, just as much as it opened. Every people got to understand that black is not just
Hey,
always the bottom
and
of
let
the
me go.
totem pole on every subject. Every
No,
time
no,
somebody say something, it's like, oh my God, black.
no.
Like it's
Look.
more
I'm
black
gonna make you
billionaires
prove
today than it's ever been. It's
yeah,
more
yeah,
black millionaires today than it's ever been. So
yeah.
it's like people don't even know how many black-owned companies is really pushing America right now because they think, oh my God. And when this one thing I did pick up today when I watched this shit, civil right. What do you say? They should have never signed the civil rights bill. I think my views, no other view. Segregation was like kind of some bullshit when they tried to force. Why would you want to eat at a diner that don't want you there? Why
they
would you
spitting your
force
food.
yourself to sit at this diner to
They
sit
back
at
to
this
spitting.
diner
Just back to
when
spitting
they
those
don't want
niggas
you
food.
there and they in the back
Yeah.
and they in the back dropping your if I don't want you in my restaurant and you making me let you in my restaurant, I'm throwing your burger patty on the floor. I'm wiping it all on the wall before I cook it. I'm spitting in your food. I'm why you want to be in why you want to come to my school? It's black educators.
Hey,
Go to
I said
create
that
a black
1,000
school.
times.
That handicapped that
That's
handicapped us so much, forcing ourselves into we gotta go to their schools. They not teaching us black history. It ain't their history. Why would I allow you to
look.
come to my school and I had it was a lady. It was a lady. She was like, "Nah, you tripping on DEI." I said, let me explain to you DEI. Your family owns a food truck.
Mm-hmm.
What if the government told you you have to hire a white man because it's equal opportunity of a business you created? We want people to have to hire us in their family business. Don't hire Ray. You know Ray. You know Ray need a job, but don't hire Ray. You gotta hire Timmy from down the street because you have to have a white person on your payroll. So when they forcing us into their
Push back.
companies, and when they forcing us into their companies, they're taking away from if I got a company, Cam's gonna have a job. My son gonna have a job. All of his friends gonna have a job first. All of my nieces and nephews is gonna have a job first. I'm not putting in no outside applications until all my family is straight.
Yeah, yeah.
DEI says no. You have to hire to make your it has to have balance. You have to have a white man. You have to have a person of color. You have to have you telling me I started this company on the back of my money on my money. How you gonna tell me who I can hire and who I can pay
No,
for
no,
my
no.
company? Now if the company is government funded,
No.
if the company is
So,
government funded, okay, you can tell
no,
me because
so,
that's not my money.
so where DI came from. So look. I got a couple pushbacks, and I agree with most of what you said. I
Go
agree with
ahead.
like 75% what you said. But
Okay.
DI doesn't tell a business you have to hire them. It says you have to give people more opportunities. And the reason why they implemented DUIs because we got a lot of PWIs, predominantly white institutions ran by world. There's a bunch of people, bunch of white men was running a bunch of shit. So that's why they created DEI because it
Right.
was all these corporations are all hiring number white men. So the white woman was like,
It's
shit, we
their
want
corporation.
no,
It's
but you
their
gotta understand.
business.
No, but you gotta understand what that does. That drives the wealth gap really well. You can't have that. You can't have that. So that I'm not saying DEI was 100% right, but if you really read into DEI, there's a lot of shit that most people agree with. There's a lot of shit that people don't agree with. There's a lot of shit I don't agree with in DEI, but it doesn't pertain to black people. It pertains to everybody. Like, bro, DEI. So right now, the reason why they took away DEI, so I had to say that, but the reason why they took away DEI is because they want more white women in the home to get married and have more children because the white birth rate is really low. I want
Okay.
you to do your I want you to do your
Okay.
research. It's a black guy. It's a black guy. Uh, and he just doing the numbers. Soon as the women and everybody got into the work field, it drove up the cost of housing. It drove up the cost of a lot of things. And right now, the white birth rate is really low. So they have to get rid of DUI, and so they can give you more incentives of getting married. Bro, it has nothing to do with getting rid of niggas. This is all a ploy for the white women. This man, everything that they're doing right now, because if you know Trump is a really good friends with a white nationalist, and a white nationalist, they're scared about the white genocide right now. The white people are worried about that's why they so big on abortions. Abortions had nothing to do with the black people. They're saying white people get abortions too, and they get rid of their babies. The white race is not growing. They tell you that in the year of like 2045, 55, the white is going to be the minority. And this is what they're worried about. And I implore people, like, if y'all watch this, I really implore y'all to really do your research. Maybe I'm not saying I don't do conspiracies, but I do know there's a lot of under-the-table bullshit. There's shit that we see, and there's shit that they see, and there's shit that's real. And we don't know the real. I don't know the real. I don't know what's up. I just think that's one of the possibilities. I just think DI never affected anybody, brother. I think it helped, and I think it had its cons. I think it gave more people opportunities that needed them. Because, bro, one thing under DEI is so, they gotta have tampons in the classrooms, right? I mean, in the work spaces. People laughed at people when they said that, but that's under the DEI. It's to make a safe and comfortable work environment for women, so they provided tampons for women. They provided certain things for men, so they had to make it equal for women in the workspace. This is not something I brought up, but don't you think it's good for a woman to have health and hygiene at work that she don't have to pay for? That's part of DEI. DEI says you should do that. There's a lot of things that DEI says that are good, but it's, bro, people like Charlie Kirk paints this shit as only black people are benefiting from this shit. Charlie Kirk paints that shit so.
What? So you saying Charlie Kirk is painting the picture that only black people is benefiting from it to stop the white people from benefiting from it?
No. I'm saying, but being a white man in front of thousands of white people saying black people are benefiting from DEI. Those are the people who are voting. Those are people who are voting.
I'm gonna ask you this question again. Charlie Kirk is telling white people that black people are benefiting from DEI to hurt white people? Because you said white people are the majority benefiters of DEI. That's what you said. The white woman is at the top. You said the white woman is at the top, right? Is that what you said? Yes or no? So if he's telling white people that black people benefits more from it, ain't that kind of counterproductive if it's hurting white people?
No, so he not says it and it's hurting white people. He's saying bro, look, it's like being a group of black folk, right? Look, I'm talking to a group of black folk, right? And I say, hey man, these white people, bro, only reason they here is because of DEI. You know how many of those black people ain't gonna look at those white people like, man, y'all DEI hires, man, y'all shouldn't even be here. It gives them people a stigma. It gives us a stigma.
He said it right.
No, bro, you gotta understand. Like Ray just said, he watched the video where he was saying if he goes into a plane and he sees a black pilot, he's gonna think he's a DEI hire and think he's unqualified.
That's fine. That's okay.
No, it's not okay because that's not true. To become a pilot,
but that's okay for him to. Oh, what I'm saying is that's okay. If I see a white rapper get on stage,
that's not okay.
I'm gonna automatically think. Hold on, I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna automatically think he can't rap before he say a word.
No, but
if I see a white barber at the barbershop, and I walk in the barbershop and it's the first chair is a white barber, I'm not going to sit down at his chair because I don't think he can cut my hair equivalent to my black counterpart. That's one thing.
That's different. You don't think you cut your hair because you're black. because we have different textures in here. You don't think he can? You're not saying I don't think he's
Right.
qualified
I'm
to be a
saying,
barber.
but I'm just saying automatically off top, I'm thinking the black person is better. That's what I'm
No,
saying.
no, no,
But you
no.
can't
You
tell
don't
me
know.
no or what I'm thinking. You can't say
No,
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 because
no.
what I'm saying is
That's what
you're not.
I'm. Listen,
Am I okay?
I'm
Can I give
thinking.
my opinion? Can I give my opinion?
Hold
What
on,
I'm
wait. But you're telling me no to my opinion. You saying no, no, no to how I think. If
no,
I won't
because
listen,
as a black person, you're not gonna say you're not because what you're saying is
how you telling
I
me
don't
what I'm
think
not
that
going to say?
what you're thinking is a black
Mhm.
person is more capable of cutting my black hair than a white person's hair. You're not
He's
saying
more capable of cutting any nigga that walk in the barber shop. That's what
no,
I'm saying.
no.
But
Most people think that.
this is my opinion. But before I even see the clippers in his hand, I'm gonna think in my mind, oh no, I'm going to the black nigga. If I'm out of town and I need a cut last minute and I walk into a barber shop, I'm not sitting in the white dude's chair. If he's in there, I'm just not.
Because because our mind is going towards prejudice, thinking that he's gonna cut white people hair better.
That's okay
You're not
though.
saying that he's not
If I
qualified
walk
to
in
be
the
a barber.
restaurant, if I walk in the restaurant and it's a chubby white woman in the back cooking and a chubby black woman in the back cooking, I'm gonna think the black lady can outcook the white lady.
Man, that has nothing to do with DI.
All I'm saying is that's okay that he thinks a white pilot is
No,
more capable than a
no,
black
no,
pilot
it's
because
not
he's
okay
white.
to think that. It's not. No, why it's not okay to say that? No, why it's not okay to say that? No, why?
You said,
Because say
is it okay?
so. Okay, so
I think a black pilot. If I walk on a plane, if I walk on a plane and I see an all black staff,
So
I'm
fans,
excited.
hey fans, look, one day y'all watch this. I want y'all to see this picture that I'm painting, and I want y'all to see this shit vividly. Imagine somebody getting paid by people from the White House officials to the bottom ground roots officials who are pushing a racist narrative. That's the right all white ring is racist. He's getting paid by them to say certain shit about black people to millions of white people. Who is the number one voter in America, guys? Ding, ding, ding. White people, white youth.
You know why? Because it's
Please.
more white people. It's more white people in America registered to vote than any other race. So they're gonna have the
Agreed.
majority of vote. You
So
said it like
what you're saying is it's okay to go to the majority of people and spill shit that makes the majority of people look down on the minority people as lower than them. Because he speaks about us like we're inferior. So I don't understand where you're coming from, my brother. Maybe because it's the light skin in you that makes you agree with
probably.
him.
I didn't agree with him. What I said was if I board a plane and the pilot is black and all the stewardess is black, I feel safer. I feel like they have me in their hands. That's how I feel.
Because
I
black people
feel
take care of
that
black people, man. Black people love
yes,
taking
that's
black people.
okay for me to say.
But he's going on the planes thinking that we're not qualified mentally.
I don't think a white man is qualified mentally. I think
No,
white
brother.
people,
That's hate.
the school, listen. The school shooters, when they fucking scoot up the shoot, I think it's something up here. I think white people got something fucked up here. That's what I think though. But
That's
I
hate.
don't think, but you gotta understand this. It's people that have fucked up in the head. You act like it's not fucked up people in the world though, nitty.
But if you
It's
don't,
people that have fucked.
to me to go against what I just said, a man who get paid by a racist community to tell a bunch of white people some fucked up shit about your black people, which most of the shit is not true, is not bad.
You know, it is bad for a black person to hear, right? How many black
No,
people
it's
in that
bad.
audience? But
It's bad.
Nitty, you are a father. You are a father, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna instill in your daughters things that are different from a white father instills in his daughters. Your daughters are gonna grow up liking different things because she's raised by a black man compared to a white kid growing up raised by a white man. We're gonna view the world different from what we've been
Yeah.
through, how we was
Yeah.
raised, our lifestyle. We're just gonna view it different. No, either side is not wrong. It's not wrong and right.
Yeah.
It's your opinion is something that you have made yourself feel is true. So
Yeah. You're right.
That's my opinion. I think dark
Yeah.
liquor is nasty. That don't mean everybody who drink dark liquor is
A
oh
big
they the
man.
hell of the earth. I just like tequila. So
But
I'm gonna push tequila. I'm gonna push tequila and I'm gonna say why it's better. I'm gonna say it ain't got all the sugar like dark liquor. I'm gonna say I don't wake up and shit in the morning. But I'm saying what I like. That don't mean that I hate everything else. I can
but
tell
look,
people what I like. And,
but
and,
but
and that
the
not me.
reason why, but the
I'm
reason
not
why it's deeper than so what we're talking about, brother. You my brother. Y'all my brothers. Y'all like really
yeah,
y'all you my bigger older brother and he my older brother. Y'all my brothers.
right.
You know, but in all reality, we gotta be real. It's fucked up what happened to the brother.
It is.
I don't want to see like you said at the beginning. Nobody, his family got to see this shit for the rest of their lives. His kids are going to be able to go to school and look back and see this shit, and
Mhm.
that's fucked up. And I don't, and that's why I started my premise off. I don't give a fuck what motherfuckers say. I don't think anybody should get no harm to them when wherever however they feel, man. Because opinions are like everybody got opinions, brother. I'm not right, y'all not right. Shit. Unless we got cold-hearted facts, nobody's right. I just think we in America where everybody trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And the way that we're figuring it out though is dividing us even more because it's like being in a relationship. Long as y'all both heads in the clouds, everything's good, right? But as soon as y'all start dissecting each other, start realizing y'all start, man, I don't like the way she does that. Man, I don't like the way he does that. Y'all start looking at each other for real. Then
Yeah.
y'all start dividing each other. And that's what America's doing. Because now we're starting to see how people really think and how really people really move in real fucking time. And now you're like, damn, this motherfucker really think like this. I've been around this motherfucker all this time, and this
Yeah.
motherfucker hate me. See, we gotta realize racism still exists, but it's not as heavy or shown where they can keep us down because black people we can rise. But
Let's go.
racism is in the form of you will never be liked or loved, brother. And I just wish black people stop wanting to be liked and loved. We like that song y'all was talking about who didn't have a father figure, who
Yeah.
don't have a daddy in his life. He go through his whole life want to be liked and loved. That's how black people treat America. We've been abused, used, kicked, stepped on, misused, mistreated, killed, castrated, and we still just want to be loved and liked. Fuck being loved and fuck being liked. Nigga, go get yours. But to understand Confucius, what Confucius says. Confucius says the man who controls the images controls the minds. They have turned us black culture into killers. We didn't do this to ourselves. They did this to us. If we gotta be really honest with the black community, bro, and this what we're going through right now is just a trickle effect from what they was doing since slavery, prohibition, Jim Crow, desegregation. All this shit is just it's a trickle down.
Yeah.
They want to keep us fighting to kill each other. You don't think the Jews who makes billions and billions of dollars over these young niggas killing each other, they make money on this shit. They make money on this.
Yeah.
The music industry is pulling in billions of dollars a year. You know how much percentage the rappers getting out of the money? I think it's saying like 20%. 80% of money that's going to the music industry is going to these Jews. It's going to these top motherfuckers. You don't think they don't give? You think they care about us rapping about killing each other? They want us to keep doing that shit. You don't think they gonna do something to make us keep doing it, incentivize us to do it? And that's why I want to applaud. And that's why I say we gotta speak against what Charlie Kirk, man. I don't talk about the dead, but what he said against us. Because if you go to a bunch of white people saying that black people are inferior, these white people are going to look at us and think we're inferior and treat us as such. These are the people, just like Dave said. See, and that's why I wanted Dave to listen. Because he said, white people, look, if white people are owning corporations, right, and it's their businesses, right, do you want somebody to tell everybody that the black people are inferior? that means white people are not gonna hire you, nigga, because they think you're inferior. So he's going to this future white lawmakers and fucking business owners and telling them, hey, black people are inferior. They're DEI hires. They're killers. They're coming from single parent households.
That's why you got to build your own shit.
And exactly. But everybody say I'm wrong for saying he's wrong about saying that.
I'm not saying you're wrong for that, but I'm saying there's so many black people that's out here just building up their own generational wealth. And that's the problem. To me, that's the biggest problem in the black communities. Why the fuck is we worried about getting hired from a job? Why we can't just go out here and build our own shit up and come together as black communities? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand what you're saying, but it's just like, why are we dependent on these people to even get hired at their corporations anyway?
Well, and that's the problem. We shouldn't. That's why I said we want to be liked and loved.
Yeah.
Fuck being liked and loved. We got enough millionaires.
Bro, like, I know you work, and you work a regular 9 to 5, bro. I've worked for myself for the past 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not dependent on no motherfucker to get no money. I wake up every day and go get some money.
Hey. So is it? Hey, I gotta push back. I gotta do a pushback because it's a difference between having a job and having a job that benefits you.
Right. Now, if you work for yourself and you ain't making no money, then you hustling backwards.
Yeah, because there's a lot. Most entrepreneurs make less than the average worker.
Listen, trust me. You're totally right.
I was a long time entrepreneur. I'm still am. I believe in right. But what some people have done, and I love it for them because it's like what you've done. I've done it too. We create a job for ourselves.
Yeah.